There is a place, tucked away from the noisy world, that you might miss if you weren't looking for it. It is called Everlight. To find it, you have to follow a stream that giggles over smooth grey stones and walk through a forest of tall, whispering pines. The path is not on any map. It is a secret kept by the sun and the moon. When you finally step out of the trees, you see it. The air in Everlight feels different. It smells of damp earth and sweet blossoms, and something like warm bread. Time here does not rush. It ambles along, like an old happy dog on a summer afternoon, with no place to be but right where it is. It is a quiet kind of magic. The village is a small collection of cottages with thatched roofs and colourful doors. Smoke curls from the chimneys in lazy little ribbons, carrying the scent of wood fires and cooking stew. Each cottage has a garden, and these gardens are not just for one person. They are for everyone. Flowers spill over stone walls, a rainbow of reds and yellows and purples, as if the earth itself were laughing. The light in Everlight is soft, even at noon. It filters through the leaves of the ancient trees, dappling the ground in moving patterns. It makes you want to sit down right where you are and just breathe, just be. In Everlight, you do not hear the sound of car horns or ringing phones. Instead, you hear the gentle hum of bees visiting flowers and the soft clucking of chickens scratching in the dirt. You hear the murmur of friendly voices and the sound of wind chimes singing their tiny metallic songs. The silence is not empty. It is full of life, full of peace. It wraps around you like a warm blanket. It tells you that you are safe. It tells you that you have come home, even if you have never been there before. The whole village feels like a deep, contented sigh. This feeling of peace comes from the way people live. They move with a slowness that lets them notice things. They notice the way a spider has spun a web, glittering with morning dew. They notice the exact shade of blue in a robin's egg. They see the smiles on each other's faces and the sadness in each other's eyes. This noticing is the first step in the village's quiet magic. It is a place where being seen and heard is the most natural thing in the world. It is a place where your heart can finally stop running and rest. The peace of Everlight settles deep inside you and stays there. The people of Everlight have a simple rule. They share what they have. No one keeps a tally. No one expects anything in return, except maybe a story or a smile. If your garden gives you more tomatoes than you can eat, you leave a basket of them on your neighbour's porch. You do not knock on the door. You just leave them there, a silent gift of sunshine and soil. The next day, you might find a loaf of freshly baked bread on your own doorstep, or a small jar of honey, golden and sweet. It is a gentle rhythm of giving and receiving that keeps the village humming with goodness. Everything here is a gift. A woman who carves small wooden birds leaves them on windowsills for children to find. A man with a kind voice sings songs in the evening, his music drifting through the open windows of the cottages. A lullaby for the whole village. A story is a gift. A listening ear is a gift. Even a moment of shared silence is a gift. People do not trade with money. They trade with kindness. They understand that the best things in life are not things at all. They are the connections between people, the threads of care that weave everyone together into a strong, beautiful tapestry. Children in Everlight learn this way of living from the time they are small. They help in the gardens, their small hands patting the dark earth around a new seedling. They learn to pick only what is needed and to leave the rest for others. They carry baskets of warm muffins to the elders and sit and listen to their stories of the village long ago. They learn that their worth is not in what they own, but in what they give away freely. Their laughter is a gift too, bright and clear, and it echoes through the lanes, reminding everyone of the simple joy of being alive. And so the village thrives, not with wealth, but with a deep, unshakable richness of spirit. Everyone has enough because everyone makes sure of it. If a roof needs mending, many hands appear to help. If a heart is heavy with sadness, many shoulders are offered to lean on. It is a life built on the understanding that we are all in this together. The joy of one person becomes the joy of all, and the sorrow of one is shared and lightened by many. This is the simple, powerful truth that makes Everlight feel so magical. It is the magic of taking care of one another. At the very centre of Everlight stands the great tree. It is an oak, so old that no one remembers when it was just a sapling. Its branches are wide and strong, reaching up to the sky and out over the village green like protective arms. Its trunk is thick and gnarled, covered in soft green moss. This tree is the heart of the village. It has witnessed generations of villagers. It has listened to their secrets and shaded them from the summer sun. It is more than just a tree. It is a silent, steady friend to everyone who lives there. It holds the history of the village in its rings. Every week, on the evening the moon is fullest, the people of Everlight gather beneath its branches. This is the circle. There are no leaders here, no special seats. Everyone sits on the soft grass, old and young together, forming a ring around the base of the great tree. A single lantern is lit and placed in the middle, its gentle glow illuminating their faces. They begin in silence, just listening to the rustle of the leaves above them and the sound of their own breathing. It is a time to let the noise of the day fall away and to find the quiet place inside themselves. Then, one by one, people speak. They share what is in their hearts. An old man might speak of a memory from his childhood, sparked by the taste of a wild berry. A young mother might share her worries about her sleeping child. A child might tell everyone about a beautiful butterfly she saw that afternoon. There are no interruptions. There is only listening, deep, true listening. The kind of listening that makes the speaker feel seen and understood. The kind that says your story matters, you matter. Sometimes people cry, and sometimes they laugh. Both are welcome here. The real magic of the circle is not in the speaking, but in the space that is held for each person. It is a space of acceptance and compassion. No one offers advice unless it is asked for. No one judges. They simply bear witness to each other's lives. In sharing their own truths and hearing the truths of others, they are reminded of their shared humanity. They see their own fears, hopes and joys reflected in their neighbours. The circle under the great tree is where the threads of the community are rewoven, week after week, making them stronger and more beautiful. It is where they remember that they belong to each other. You may not be able to find Everlight on a map, but that does not mean it is not real. The spirit of the village is something you can build in your own life, no matter where you live. It begins with the small, quiet acts that the villagers practice every day. It begins with choosing to slow down, just for a moment, and notice the world around you. Look at the sky, listen to the birds, see the person in front of you, really see them. This is the first step. It is the simple act of paying attention to the beauty and the goodness that is already there, waiting to be discovered. The magic of Everlight is the magic of sharing. You can bring this magic into your world. Bake an extra loaf of bread for a neighbour. Share the vegetables from your garden. Give away a book you have finished reading. But remember, the villagers share more than things. They share their time. They share a kind word. They share a listening ear. You can do this too. Ask someone how their day was and truly listen to the answer. Offer a smile to a stranger. Let someone know you are thinking of them. These small gifts cost nothing, but they can change everything. They are seeds of kindness that can grow into a forest. Think of the great tree and the circle. You can create your own circle of listening and understanding. It can be with your family around the dinner table. It can be with a friend over a cup of tea. The important thing is to make a space where people feel safe enough to share what is truly in their hearts. Put away the phones, turn off the television. Just be present with each other. Listen without judgment. Speak from a place of honesty and love. This is how we mend the world, one conversation at a time. This is how we build our own communities of care. The light of Everlight is not contained in one secret village. It is a light that lives inside each of us. It is the warmth we feel when we are kind. It is the glow we see in someone's eyes when they feel understood. It is the brightness that fills a room when people share their joy. You can carry this light with you wherever you go. Let it shine in your actions, in your words, and in your heart. In doing so, you help to create a world that feels a little more like Everlight, a place where everyone belongs, everyone is cared for, and everyone knows the simple, powerful magic of being good to one another.